Mm. It's the Black Watch. And I appreciate anybody who's looking at this right now. If it's by mistake, I understand. Keep moving. But if you're here purposely, I definitely appreciate you. I don't know why he's riding around in that car with his mask on. He's not an Uber driver, it's a fucking Porsche. Anyways, the world is getting weird out here. It's getting weird. Have you ever noticed that there are people out here that just don't have any talent? Like they have no talent. Where the fuck am I supposed to be going? This road is closed. Yeah, this road is closed. Where the fuck am I going? You see, that road is closed. Why wouldn't they have just blocked this whole thing off? I think we're about to make this bolt down this road. Because this is definitely a one-way street. And I don't fuck around and try to make a right out of a wrong. So let's go this way. Oh, looks like we can get out here. Doing a lot of construction around here. Maybe they're taking advantage because of this school being semi-shut down over on University of Michigan's campus. But yeah, you ever notice that there's just certain faction of people that just don't have any talent? I mean, they don't have none. No talents, no skills. And they're the specific ones who generally get mad at you for being talented. I mean, people with talent don't get mad at other people with talent. It's people that don't have any talent, people that don't have any skills. They're the ones that are always angry at motherfuckers who do have talent and who have skills. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm just trying to set it up. As they say, I'm trying to frame it. So a person without any skills, a person without any talent, you know, trying to make it out in this world, it's tough. And the only people who generally make it in a world like that without any talent, without any skills, are somebody who's got built-in generational wealth, okay? They've been handed everything all their life, and their father was probably handed everything, and their father was probably handed everything, and then we start getting into a time where motherfuckers didn't really have to have no skill, because black people did every goddamn thing. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. So when you see people without any skill, without any technical skill, without any God-given talent, as they say, it's generally because they've never needed to know how to do shit because they've just acquired regardless. And they've had access to wealth to the point where they've never really had to be bona fide, qualified, certified to do shit else but suck in oxygen. So, when you have these type of people, and they come across where they have to be competitive with someone else who may have some skill, if they came by their way in, the first thing they gonna do is try to sabotage you. Because they need to bring you down to their level. Now, their level is 0 because they don't know shit. You might be a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or higher. So they need to bring you down. So they try to sabotage you in any way possible because they can't beat you. So they try to cheat you. This happens all the time. It used to happen to me a lot. I've been more talented than many a people, but I didn't get the situation that I wanted, that I desired, that I sought, because somebody else was able to come on in that had that access. They had access, and I get it. I totally understand when a motherfucker has access. I totally get it. Now, you can have access and you could have gotten that rightfully, or you can have access just because it's generational wealth, just because you are part of the oppressive nation. See, there's that part of this world that still is a part of the oppressive nation. And people gain opportunities just by being in place. Not in play, that's different. They're just in place because they have the access. I looked at that violation at the Capitol as a lot of wild, racist dogs. Because there were some ones that had some power, so they were definitely racist. And then there was some poor motherfuckers, so they was just bigots. I looked at that as people that don't have the talents, don't have the skill, and they know they don't have what it takes to get to that next level. So if they're not emboldened by people like a Donald Trump, a flaming racist himself, what's going to happen is they're going to start to lose their grip, lose their place in society. This happens a lot. When people start to lose the grip, they start to panic. And when they start to panic, they start to do wild shit. You can't tell me a motherfucker walking around with Viking horns and some skin vest hasn't lost grip. Yeah, he lost the grip until he got up in jail and needed organic food, and they granted that shit. How many Muslims have went to jail and said, hey, I need a kosher cook. I need a cook to be able to cook that won't cook nothing that has any swine-based shit in it, and got that granted. No, they'll torment a Muslim if they know he doesn't eat pork. They'll do stuff that's totally adverse to his diet to be nasty. But they allowed this motherfucker who basically breached American democracy. They allowed him to get his organic meals. Yeah. One of them that's out on bail right now, they allowed her to go to Mexico on vacation. Yeah. You have been charged with a federal crime, but you still get to go to Mexico on vacation. What they tell them, they didn't get the insurance, so they'd lose all their money, so they needed to go. I mean, you're being charged with a federal crime. You're being charged within a crime where people were murdered. And yet you can still go to Mexico. I'll say it till I die. If those were black faces, they'd still be counting the bodies. They'd still be trying to bleach the blood off those Capitol walls. Well, see, though, it wouldn't be black people. Because black people don't do wild shit like that. I mean, we do some wild shit, but we don't do wild shit like that. They were going to accomplish nothing but mayhem. And they created mayhem. They wreaked havoc on the Capitol building with the help and the invitation of then President Donald Trump and a whole bunch of other politicians who still have jobs. No skill, but they've got jobs. No talent, but they've got jobs. Because I'm sorry, if you took place in that, you've shown me that you ain't about shit. You have no skill. You have no talent. Because if you did, if you had any type of depth, you wouldn't have allowed that to happen, and you definitely wouldn't have instigated it. You wouldn't have been holding doors open, directing people down hallways to get at certain individuals. I'm just still wondering, how are they holding their positions other than through their whiteness? Because that's the only way that you hold a position like that, is through your whiteness. You don't get that position, have that position, and be found to be a part of an insurrection at the nation's capital and still hold your job unless you're white. It don't happen if you're black. It don't. What if the squad decided to run rogue? You got Presley and ALC and Ilhan R and Talib, what's her name? The girl lady from Detroit. I don't know. What if they decided that, they'd come in with AR-15s and shit? Didn't shoot nobody, just thought they'd just fuck around, and just scare a few people. Do you think that they would have gotten bail? Or do you think that they wouldn't have been vaporized? Or do you think that they could have just gone to work the next day? I mean, the motherfuckers who helped the renegades, the rebels, the United States of America traitors, they went to work the next day. I mean, motherfucker was at the Culligan. Hey, how's it going, Bob? I'm good. They just acting like, what the fuck? But had this been a black man, had it been a black woman, we wouldn't have even known names. They would have just talked about, approximately so-and-so many people died. That's all they would have had. What up, Wiz? Yeah, they just said so-and-so many people died. They wouldn't even give an exact number, because they wouldn't have known how many people they murdered. Black faces? Oh, they wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have even been calculating. They would have just been shooting, just killing, murdering. We got to get them all. We got to chop them all down. But somehow, these motherfuckers was able to walk in, get to running, walk out, go home, and come back to work the next day as if nothing had ever happened. That doesn't happen in Black America. We already know. There would have been a problem. There would have been huge issues had those faces looked like mine. They're angry because they're losing their grip. They're losing their grip because they've done nothing for 400 years but wreak havoc. Be shit starters to the highest level while systemically pushing us to the bottom. And now they need us. Oh yeah, they need us. Because they don't know how to do a lot of shit that we still know how to do. And what we don't know how to do, if they can't have us do it, then they try to get somebody else to do it, because they're not going to learn it, because they still want to maintain white supremacy. It's the Black Watch. I bring shit from a different perspective because I'm a black man. And I watch shit. All of it.